Hello everyone, my name is Trinity Aironaut, and today I would like to show you how to load a Catwa HUD to sell or to use for yourself. Having your own unique colors on lips, eyes, cheeks, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go through how to actually make the textures, although I will cover a little bit on that. But I will go in depth about how to load the HUD once it's finished. I found the instructions on the HUD to be a little difficult, and I'd like to avoid having anyone else go through that. So hopefully this is a tutorial on loading the HUD. And the next time I give you a tutorial, it'll be on loading the Leluka HUD, and then after that the Maitreya HUD. So just keep in mind and come back for those. However, today, before we get to that, I'd like to tell you what I'm wearing. This shape is the Koura shape, made by me. It's my own shape, and that'll be on the marketplace. I'm wearing blueberry in the dress and the shoes. The necklace is from Lazuri, and the hair is from Argrace. The nails are, Eve just dropped me a huge hut of nails, so that's those fingernails are from face paint, and that's it. And you'll see all I'm wearing down in the description. So let's get on with it. Where do you get the development kit? Well, that's pretty easy when it comes to Catwa, because as you can see, the development kit is right here. I bought the Koura and it came with the development kit. Now there are several things in this development kit we're going to want to cover. If you look, you can see that the samples for the Catwa head are there. Also, you can see that there are four scripts in the Catwa head, and each one of those I'll go over with you. Now the transmitter will be so that you can use and create the Catwa makeups and such without actually needing to own a Catwa head. Okay. I said I would not go over with you on how to make it, but I will go over with you some resources on how to make it. If you cannot make these textures, that's fine. However, you can certainly purchase them off the marketplace. And here's an example. I just put in lipsticks, and here is some examples of lipsticks, full perm, that you can use to buy or sell. Based on the licensing issues, you can literally use some of these. And you know what? You may like some of these. They might be colors or products that you don't already have. For example, those nudes might be not selling somewhere. These ombre colors may not be available, and you may want to use them. You may love ombre colors. You may prefer metallics, and those can all be used based on license, whether or not you can use them for yourself or you can actually create them and sell them. So that is the first thing. Now I bet you're wondering, now those don't look like they might fit my lips. I'm not sure how I can use them. Well, you can use them by opening them into some kind of editor like Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, that's okay. You can download GIMP. Either way, actually creating these textures will require some work, some training. Well, not training, some thinking, some learning on your own before you can actually do them successfully. And I wish you well on those, but assuming you have gotten all of this done, and especially if you're a content creator, you can, and you've got your makeup created, and let's, you you've gotten the development kit, you've gotten the instructions, and you're just not really sure, based on the instructions, what you do and when you do it. That is where I'm going to come in. So, okay. Basically, what you do is you create a HUD a bit like this one here, this face paint HUD. Okay, and it's empty, so I made sure it was empty before I introduced this to you. And basically what you're going to have is 1, 2, 3, well, you may have one or two, well, you may have 2 or 4 or 5 or however many you ultimately are going to want in the end. But at this point, you're going to have one box or one component. Let me get behind this, or in front of this, so you can see it. You're going to have one component that you're going to put the encryptor in. Okay? You're just going to have one component that you're going to put the encryptor in. And in this case, I'm going to use that back prim. So I'm going to put the component in the back prim. And if they should not be linked, but let's say they are, like this one is. So you're just going to go to Edit Linked, and you're going to open your inventory. You're going to collapse it. You're going to go to your textures and, go down to whatever texture you want to put in, be it a lipstick, be it an eyeshadow, whatever it is you want to do. Okay, so there's some Catwa lips. So now we're going to go back. So we're going to go to our lips and we're going to figure out where those are. But first, you're going to put in. You're gonna actually go to the Catwa development kit. In this case, it'll be in my Koura, and you're going to open the development kit. Now you're going to put the encryptor in here first. That's right there. So you're going to put that encryptor in there. And one encryptor will give you choices. The other encryptor will give you other choices. So let's click on that. Once we've got that in, you're going to want to touch it. Touch the button. So if you're still in edit mode, you can go ahead, right click on it and just touch the button. Now, this encryptor will give you the option of a neck tattoo, eyeshadow, lashes, teeth, blush, brows, lipstick, skin, the net fix, and a hair base. So any one of those things. Let's take out this encryptor and put the second encryptor in. So the second encryptor will give you, when you click on setup, you notice I never go out of build mode. So instead I right click and touch it. Okay, that will give you tears and eyes. Okay, and then if you click on the eyes, because it looks like that's there you go, right eye, left eye. And then you've got the back button. Okay? Alright, so those are your 2 encryptors, and that's what they do. Delete. Okay, let's go ahead and put in encryptor 1. So, you're going to make this little HUD. You're going to put encryptor 1 into the back. Okay? When you right click on that, if you're still in edit mode, you're going to get this menu popping up, and you're going to choose whatever it is you want. If you want eyeshadow, you're going to choose eyeshadow. If you've done yourself some killer lashes, you're going to do lashes. If you've done teeth, you're going to do teeth. And all of those will be located in the files that you download on from from Catwa. So those will be on your desktop, and I think I probably here something, it'll, when you download it and unzip it, it'll look something like this. Okay, all of those are literally Photoshop files, but there's no reason that those can't change over to GIMP files if you want them. So let's choose the lipstick. Okay, so we're going to choose a lipstick, and now it tells you right down here to drop the lipstick texture into the content button. Now, even though this is a prim that's holding all these little buttons, it is still considered a content button. All right, so let's scroll down till we get through our mountain of textures. I'm a builder, in case you didn't know. I'm a builder, and I also create my share of makeup, so I'm sure that I've got a lot of textures. Okay, yes I do, yes I do. Okay, here's a Catwa lip. All right, let's just put in Catwa lip 1, 2. All right, so that is going to go in here with the encryptor. So we're going to slide that right in there. Now it's going to ask us if we're done. Now, if you would like to put brows in, or an eyeshadow in, or blush in, or all three of those in, there's no reason why you can't do that. However, keep in mind when you click the button that it's ultimately going to reside on, all of those will end up on your face, which is probably why most content creators don't do more than one or two things. Because let's say you love the lashes and you're crazy about the lips, but you hate the eyeshadow. You can't remove it when it's on, when you've done more than one or two items here. Even two items. Let's say you love the lashes, but you hate the lipstick, or you love the lipstick, but you hate the lashes. So it's usually pretty good with all the kind of tattoo layers that you have on these heads just to put in one item. So I'm going to put in my one item, and I'm going to say done. Done. And look what pops up down here. So as you can see, once you're done, you get a web page. You need to make sure that you've got web pages loaded in preferences in another window, because when you click on that page, it will literally take you to your web browser and give you this entire code, which you will then copy and you'll find the button you want to put this on. For example, that first button, there's a script here, but you will create a new script. So let me just get through this. You will create a new script here. You will open this script and you will copy what you just wrote. Well, I mean, what you just put in. At which point you will save it. And now you are ready to move on to the next button. But notice that the encryptor script is gone. So you're going to move that encryptor script into that main prim again. After you put in the second encryptor script for a second time, it's again going to tell you to touch that button for setup. And again, you will choose lipstick, and then you will scroll down and get a second lipstick color. And you will basically you're going to repeat this until you fill all your buttons. Let me go there. Let me find texture number 2. Okay, let's do, I don't know, Catwa lip 7. Just make sure you drag it in. And again, it'll ask you if you want to add a second one, or it will ask you if you're done. You're going to say done, and again, you're going to go to a page and you're going to have a different script. Now, I made the mistake the first time I did this of trying to save time. So I just copied the first script and thought, you know what, we're just going to put the same script in. Wrong. Because that literally created me a HUD full of the same color. Because literally that encryptor script is taking your texture, reading it, adding a reading it, pulling it from the server, and literally removing your encryptor script and your texture so that no one else can steal it. So this should go on the second button. Button number 2. And again, it's going to have let's just say I already, this script I already made, but let's just say I had created a new one. So then you're going to fill that one in. Okay, and literally you are going to walk through this step by step by step. Let's go on to a third one. Third one. So scroll up, find encryptor script. Put the encryptor script in. Put the encryptor script in. Right click and touch. Choose lipstick, blush, shadow, whatever. Scroll down. Grab the texture. Put the texture in with the encryptor script. You will notice that the texture is immediately erased and encrypted. It'll ask you if you're done. You will either choose another blush, a lash, eyeshadow, neck tattoo, whatever. Just keep in mind, if you choose 2 of these, you hit that third button, both of them will go on. You choose 4 of them, you hit that third button, all 4 of them will go on, just like you would on the first button or the second button if you add the extras. Okay, so I'm going to say done. It's going to bring up the text I need for the new script. I'm going to go to that page. I'm going to open my browser, which means you want to have open a separate browser done in your preferences. You're going to copy it. You're going to go to whatever button is appropriate. You're going to add a new script. You're going to open that script. You are going to erase all of this, and you are going to paste your stuff in there. You're going to save it, and literally you will be able to fill this up. So basically, this is what you need. You are going to need a prim to put the encryptor script in. and the textures. And you are going to need a prim to create a new script with and add all the stuff out of the browser that you get when you hit done. Now, you can add as many of those buttons as you want. If you have 4 eyeshadows, you can have 4 buttons. If you have 7 lips, you can have 7 buttons. The cool thing is that the back button, if you will, is empty. And when you're done, you literally can act like a backboard to all these buttons. And as you can see, when you click on it, it is indeed empty. What you need to do now is, this isn't going to work unless you do this. Just let me close this up. All right. For your makeups to actually appear on your skin, on your Catwa skin, on your Catwa head, you need to put in that back the applier. So you need to put the applier in the back there, in that back board, that back button. Now, this is the thing. This is why they're so strict at Catwa. You literally need this applier, its properties comes in copy and transfer. You need to either take the copy out or the transfer out. So basically it's no modify now, but if you don't remove this copy or transfer, let's say you lock this down and you've locked it down. You don't want to mod it. You don't want to copy it, or you don't want to mod it and you don't want to transfer it. So you think, oh, I forgot to do this applier, but it's okay because my HUD is no copy, no transfer, or my HUD is no modify, no transfer. So it can't get away. That's where you're wrong. It basically has to go on your first prim, the prim you attach everything else to. And if someone unscrupulous wants to get at that copy transfer item, all they have to do is right click on the HUD itself with all the buttons attached and choose open. And then they've got that script. So please keep in mind that if you're going to do this, even if you're doing it for yourself, you may want to give it to a girlfriend, or you may want to pass it to someone who, I don't know, can't spend money on this or something. I'm just saying, maybe you want to make it a prize for your for an evening prize at your club or something like that. You really need to make sure that is no copy or no transfer. So that's my little lecture for the day. So anyway, that's this. Hopefully I haven't hatcheted this too much. And I will see you next time. Actually tomorrow, because I am going to take you on a trip tomorrow to visit the TAP event. So I'll see you then. Bye.